It's the year 73 BC in Idumea, southern Judea. A child is born, his name, Herod. His father, Antipater, is an influential figure, a man of Idumaean descent, and his mother, Cypros, hails from the Nabataean kingdom. This child would rise to become one of the most notorious rulers in history. The year is now 67 BC. Herod's family is drawn into the complexities of the Hasmonean civil war. Antipater, Herod's father, throws his support behind Hyrcanus II. This move marks the beginning of the family's ascent in Judean politics. Fast forward to 47 BC, where Julius Caesar himself appoints Antipater as the procurator of Judea, and in turn, Herod is made governor of Galilee. At just 26, Herod proved his mettle, gaining popularity for crushing a revolt led by Hezekiah in 46 BC. But in 43 BC, tragedy strikes. Antipater is assassinated. Herod, now more powerful, faces accusations from the Sanhedrin but is pardoned by Sextus Caesar. The tides continue to turn in 42 BC, when Herod and his brother Faisal are appointed tetrarchs of Judea by Mark Antony. Then, in 40 BC, the Parthians invade Judea, and Antigonus II seizes the throne. Herod flees to Rome, determined to regain his position. Through his persuasive diplomacy, the Roman Senate declares him King of the Jews. Herod returns to Judea in 39 BC with a Roman army, reclaiming his kingdom from Antigonus after a fierce campaign. By 37 BC, with the siege of Jerusalem complete, Herod is firmly established as king. He solidifies his position by marrying Mariamne I, a Hasmonean princess. Yet Herod's reign is plagued by paranoia. In 36 BC, he orders the execution of his brother-in-law, Aristobulus III, fearing his growing popularity. The following year, he executes Mariamne's uncle Joseph on suspicion of betrayal. In 34 BC, Herod's first son, Antipater II, is born to his wife Doris, but this would not bring peace to his troubled mind. By 31 BC, Herod's political gambles intensify. He sides with Mark Antony and Cleopatra, but as their star fades after the Battle of Actium, Herod switches allegiance to Octavian, soon to be known as Augustus. In 30 BC, the last Hasmonean ruler, Hyrcanus II, is executed by Herod's order. Shortly after, Herod accuses and executes his wife, Mariamne I, for alleged conspiracy. But even amidst personal turmoil, Herod focuses on grand ambitions. From 28 BC onward, Herod embarks on major construction projects that will reshape the landscape of Judea. He rebuilds Samaria, renaming it Sebasti, constructs the fortress of Machaerus, and begins work on Herodium, a palace fortress near Bethlehem. In 25 BC, a severe famine strikes Judea, but Herod's leadership shines as he imports grain from Egypt to alleviate suffering. 2 years later, in 24 BC, construction begins on the great port city of Caesarea Maritima, in honor of Augustus, a testament to Herod's loyalty to Rome. 23 BC marks the beginning of perhaps Herod's most famous endeavor, the grand reconstruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. He expands the Temple Mount platform and enhances the city's infrastructure with aqueducts, theaters, and palaces. In 22 BC, Herod honors Augustus with a series of grand games. As his reign progresses, his projects grow in scale, including the fortress of Masada, completed in 20 BC. But Herod's paranoia continues to haunt him. In 20 BC, Herod receives Augustus's permission to execute his own sons, Alexander and Aristobulus IV, accusing them of plotting against him. By 8 BC, the tension boils over, and the execution of his sons is carried out. Augustus is considered to have quipped, "It is better to be Herod's pig than his son." Herod would not eat pork, so his pigs were safe, whereas his sons were not. In 5 BC, Herod's health begins to fail. His mind, clouded by illness and paranoia, leads him to arrest his son Antipater II for conspiracy. By 4 BC, Herod orders Antipater's execution just before his own death. Around the year 5 BC, during the reign of Herod, Jesus Christ is born in Bethlehem, fulfilling prophecies about the long-awaited Messiah. Not long after Jesus' birth, wise men, magi from the east, arrive in Jerusalem searching for the true King of the Jews. They follow a star, a celestial sign, guiding them to Bethlehem. When they meet Herod, the Magi inquire about this newborn king, igniting the ruler's deep-seated paranoia. After his encounter with the Magi, Herod orders a brutal act, the massacre of all male infants in Bethlehem, 2 years old and younger. This event, known as the Massacre of the Innocents, is recounted in the Gospel of Matthew. Herod dies in 4 BC at the age of 70, leaving behind a divided kingdom. His realm is split between his 3 surviving sons, Archelaus, Antipas, and Philip. The reign of Herod the Great, a king who built monumental cities but executed his kin, has come to an end.